hello, everyone. Mortis Invitational, losers semifinals, Gameslayer versus Vika. I am just getting set up. And I have a bit of a different setup, so I'm having to use my phone as an on-air monitor to set the camera angles. Okay. We'll call that good. And we'll call that good. Boom. Voice meter's working, right? I believe so. All right. We're just waiting for Vika. So, in case you don't remember, Mortis Invitational. Oh shit, this is the wrong stuff. Let me get the correct ones set up. This is from the other game. All right, so there's Vika. It's those Gringos decks on there. Let me update that. The bands, we have the bands in. They are Caddy Moody and Size Noodles. Check. Okay. I don't actually have Vika's decks saved as a text file. So just ignore that. Really? Do I not? I had to have. I guess I didn't. Okay. Well, whatever. All right. Let's see. Not game chat. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So I think we have a bit of, but Vika was saying he was ready earlier. Like 20 minutes ago, he was ready. He messaged me his ban and everything. But yeah, he said he wanted to do it at 1 p.m. his time, which would be 7 p.m. Gameslayer's time. The issue is it's about 1 p.m. his time now, and it's about 8 o'clock Gameslayer's time. So he was off by an hour. But he was messaging me at what would be 11:30 my time. There he is. All right, so the bands are Size Noodles and Kiadi Mindy. Yeah, so this is let's see. I don't actually have the correct round right now. It's the losers semifinals. Let's go ahead and center that. All right, so these two players actually are the only two non-American players left in the tournament. And they actually met earlier in the tournament, and Gameslayer won at 2-0. So Vika is seeking revenge, and Gameslayer is trying to assert the Queen's dominance over the northern lands. Or I guess the king now. All right, and Vika's pulling out a deck, and Gameslayer's not yet. Let's see what Vika is. Is it going to be Sun Kira? Ooh, it's not Sun Kira. Vika's gone to that one a lot, but it is Big Dick Ray. There's someone in the chat. Oh, Gameslayer needs to download a deck. So yeah, keep in mind this is also old format, which means all the Jarkai, Headstrong, Tuscan Camp stuff is all very much still legal. And also the format of this is players brought 10 different decks, and they can choose whatever of those 10. But both players get to ban a character, and so our bans are Kiadi Mundi and Size Noodles. And so it is Ray versus Obi Callus. I was kind of expecting that. Gameslayer's, he's tried to pull out a different deck in every game, or at least in every match. And he hasn't really used this one yet. He did play, I think he beat Vika with the Ahsoka Callus last time around. Oh, I should get away from that. All right, so we've got Move Along, which isn't gonna be doing. Move Along can actually hit Temple Guards, but it's probably not a card you want to keep turn 1. Let's see. I need to, I think, adjust that. Is that gonna give us a better view of the hands? Yeah, there we go. All right. We are rolling off 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 4, and Gameslayer takes down the initial roll off. And we are going to Cloud City. They're wishing each other luck. All right. A bad batch in the hand for Gameslayer. That is spicy. So keep in mind the Cloud City is not going to allow him to discard a card because he doesn't have a pilot. But he does get the free damage from Callus, which against this Ray deck is actually pretty meaningful because there's no one to. Oh, Gameslayer forgot his Path to Mastery. I don't believe either of those characters is a pilot. Wait. Whoa. Daddy, he thought you could do it no matter what. All right. Alright, so yeah, double lightsaber pull for Vika is pretty interesting. Only 2 resources, so he's not going to be able to get a ton of value out of it. And like with your Temple Guards in hand, that's probably what you're going to want to be playing on the back end. But I mean, still, you can still get whatever upgrade you want. But the second one is not going to be worth a ton. He goes for the Obi Saber. That, I mean, yeah, that card has quickly become one of the most valuable cards in the game. All right, and there is going to be a Callus power action. Are these? Is this? Yeah, that's play only F. Yep. So Gameslayer's gonna get another ping, and he's gonna get to play the lightsaber pull. To pull his own weapon of choice. Vika can choose to spend money if he wants, but he can't play the Synchronicity, which is the 0 cost card, because it has a play restriction. Gameslayer wants to look at the hand one more time. All right. Ray is a character has been sort of, on the edge of meta for a while, but hasn't really seen a ton of play. But she's still really good value. Like, those 4 dice are big. Callus rolls out, doesn't hit any money, which is what he wanted. But, damage is good. I'm not sure if he runs Commando Raid in this deck, but he doesn't have it in hand at least. And there's Ray. And that's a solid roll. Obviously could be better, but the 2 focus is going to get to fix some of those dice. But he is going to have to give up a 3 damage if he wants to go for the 2 resources. And there's whatever that card is called. Lightsaber Reflection. Nice. Yeah, that's actually really good value there. This Bad Batch is probably not going to be coming down this turn. But it is a gutsy include. Obi Callus is an interesting idea. You get 2 just really valuable characters. You get blue and red, so you get to run stuff like Bad Batch. Yeah, it's just nice overall. All right, Vika going for a reroll. 6 damage and a resource. That's a good turn 1. Not much that Gameslayer can really do to stop it other than power actioning Obi, but I don't even think you want to do that. Oh, and you can eat 4 of that damage with Obi. Nice. But Obi's probably the target anyway. Although with Heroic Protector, it's kind of weird. But you don't want to, he's gonna, if he has Guardian 2, he's gonna get Heroic Protector anyway. So, yeah. Let's see, Synchronicity is not online right now. 7 damage coming back. Gameslayer looks like he's in the driver's seat right now. This has been a good turn 1. The Path to Mastery, essentially just being an extra resource. Yeah, it's basically 2 cost profitable connection if you're playing Blue Hero, because you just overwrite the training lightsaber right away. Ooh, he's giving up that and going for broke. He's got 6 damage. I think he's looking for that 2 shield side to be able to play the Synchronicity. Gets discard. That's 8. You'll take that. Vika just said woof in chat. Yeah, I mean, Gameslayer coming out of that round, I mean, definitely like ahead. The one thing like with this Ray deck though is because it only has one character, you don't actually like you can't really play defense by killing a character because because there's only one. So it's kind of resistant to getting a character burst down super quickly. But I mean, dealing a lot of damage to it is still big because there's only one. And there's a Heroic Protector in hand, which should be getting 4 or 5 value. There's a Jarkai as well and a Synchronicity. Gameslayer's gonna end up, and Vika just tapped himself out of Way of the Jedi, so I think, yeah. So this turn, it's probably unlikely that Rey dies, but I mean, there's a chance because she's going down to what 10 health left now. She's gonna go back up to 11. I don't know. I think there's actually a decent shot that Gameslayer can do 11 this turn. Vika also has a decent shot of killing a character. Because I mean that is a loaded Ray. No Jarkai, obviously, but I mean, she's loaded. Goes for the override and the Jedi Saber for the second Shoto. Callus going in looking for double discard. Gets 1 discard. Here comes Ray. 12 health, including shields. Rolls into 5 damage. 4 of that can get Heroic Protected. And Gameslayer's mousing over it. He looks like that's his play. Yep, goes for the Hero Prot. Four and 4. Here comes the Obi. And that is right now 4 damage, and Synchronicity is online. Okay, and there's nothing Vika can do about it. Keep in mind there are tricks that Gameslayer can do with claiming early to use the Cloud City. But I don't think that's going to be too relevant because the Shoto is going to block a lot of that also. All right, Vika rolls in. He's got 4 damage now and a 2 focus. Obi is not in a great spot. I would be playing this Synchronicity now and then resolving my damage probably. Or you could also consider Obi power actioning on the Ray. There. Yeah, so Gameslayer's only defense right now is that shield side and the Obi power action. So I would play Synchronicity right now, just in case you need to resolve the shield side later. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe you give up the Synchronicity. But no, I don't think that's right because you need something to do right now, and I think Synchronicity is probably the best option. Or maybe reroll. That's another option. Because let's see, Vika can go into 4 extra damage, plus the 4 he has on board. That's 8 extra damage. Actually, taking this resource on the Jedi Saber is not too bad. Because just playing away the Jedi would keep Obi alive. But you might not even need that. You could just also just synchro and then power action after he focuses. Or actually, at that point, he might not even focus. He might just resolve the damage and then focus later. But I think you can survive that. All right. He's kind of slow playing it a bit. I mean, this is like a major decision point, so I'm fine giving it some time, but like. Another option is like the discard, but I don't think that's wise. Because you know what card it is. It's Way of the Jedi. It's not a playable card. Discarding it would be a very greedy play. On Vika's end, so you don't. There's no real reason that you would want to take away that option. I think like the best way the option. I think what he should be doing is either taking the resource in the Jedi Saber or playing Synchronicity. I think those are like the two plays that I would consider the best right now. It looks like he went for the resource. I believe the synchro was kept from last round, so this would be very like greedy if he didn't end up getting to play it. And there we go. Vika just dropped the in the chat. Let's take a look at the dice cam, brought to you by nobody. I just thought that would be funny. So Vika is the 2 Vikas. He's got 4 showing. He's basically yeah, I think he's going to resolve the 4 here. Yep, I think that's wise. And then he can go into 3 or 4 on the focus, or he can potentially even reroll if he's really feeling lucky. I think if I'm Gameslayer now, I can just synchro, and then when he focuses, just Way of the Jedi. Yep, there we go. Synchro makes sense. Vika's now 6 damage away from death. Oh, is going to ignition. I forgot about ignition. That could actually be huge right now. If that hits. Oh, he's going on the Ray die. 50%. Whiffs. Oh. Vika. Not rolling like himself. And yet Gameslayer now takes the discard. Lock that in. Is that how that works now? Yeah, GameStar said he couldn't see a way out of 50. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I should realize that was on the board. I wasn't really talking about that in my analysis. Goes for the reroll and Callus gets back into a discard, which is a blank right now. Vika taking the resource. There's another reroll. Can he get double twos? Oh, he's got 1-2. He's got one more chance at lethal on Ray. Yeah. Oh, like I said, he forgot he didn't claim. One off kills, unfortunately, here. I mean, yeah, he's got a 1-3. Yeah, like, let's see. There's, I mean, you could play the Jarkai and then you do 7, and then he's 1 away. PS first action. Well, then Vika just activates his first action because he has Shotos, so he survives. Let's see. Does he run any? He runs Heroic Protector. He should still have one of that in the deck. Okay, he's going for the reroll. 1-3. He doesn't get it. All right. All right. Ooh, Lightsaber Reflection. That's another thing that could have done a damage. So now Vika has to not dilly-dally here. Ooh, he has a Jedi Saber. He has a Luke's offer. That can generate shields. Ooh. Vika might be able to pull this one out. Yeah, I think that reroll was correct last round. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. All right, rolling in. Hits 4. That's lethal on OB. You can Lightsaber Reflection here, which is removes it and it does damage. 3 away. Ayla Saber can actually be another indirect. So Ayla Saber, Callus power action. Nope. Gameslayer is going to actually need to roll out to win here. Eventually. Alright, Vika taking a reroll. Everything. Except that one on the Shoto. And oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. That's gonna go up to 13, I believe, if he plays his Jarkai. Vika is 1 off from just winning the game right now. That is a Vika roll. Interestingly, he goes for the sniper. That does have replay, right? Yes. Interestingly, goes for that over the Ayla Saber. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Vika is going to go for the Jarkai because then he loses to the Obi Guardian. Or he doesn't lose to it, but like he gets hurt by it. But actually not by that much. I could see him going for the Jerkai. But I'm not sure he actually gains more by doing it than he does by just killing Obi now. Alright, so there's 3 into Obi. And then you can Jarkai later. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which would become 9 with a Jarkai. Alright, there's the power action. She's going to be able to steal that Luke's offer and deal damage. Luke's offer could actually play an upgrade, which could be impactful. Let's see. How does the sequencing work? Actually, if he stole the Luke's offer to play Ayla's Saber, could he then use the Ayla's Saber ability? I think he could, right? Oh, he's not gonna do that though. Just going for Training Saber. And the Callous Ping. I think he went for that probably because he wanted to save money for the pay side on MK. And Vika playing defensively, going for the heal. He's got... I think that's actually his last defensive thing he can do. Unless he plays the guards out. Ooh, and Gameslayer. Rolling into a bunch of garbage. I think if I'm Vika, I'm probably playing temple guards here. Wait, does that cloak thing give you a shield? I can't remember. I think it does actually. So that would be another defensive thing you could do. It goes for reroll. There's 3 damage. He needs 5. Takes another one. There's 5. I think he's got it. Let's see how much damage. Yeah, he had a shield. He's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was because it was the Obi Saber, the Shoto. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter though. All right. Gameslayer taking it down. And the British are up a game in the non-American finals of the Mortis Invitational. Yeah. There were. I mean, that was a really close game. There were a couple. Like if the ignition had hit, Vega probably would have won. All sorts of things could have gone differently. Right, moving into game 2. Vika's tournament life is on the line. He has to win this or he goes home. And his home is Canada, so you don't want to go there. Gameslayer's a game to give. The winner of this match is going to play Malicious Malak, and the winner of that is going to play myself, Rebel Trader, for the finals of the Mortis Invitational. High stakes games right here. Vika's brought out a deck. He's going back to it. Kira-san. That seems to be what he's gonna do this tournament a lot of times. And it's usually succeeded for him. Gameslayer has a chance to end this right here and now. Let's see what he's got. Oh, he's bringing it out. He's up a game. He sees his chance. He's playing Janna Saw. The deck that he's been regretting having to play for the whole tournament. He's brought it out. Let's see how this one goes. I'm not sure like what the point of this deck is, but regretting having not played. Oh, he keeps talking about how he's trying to like play all of the decks that he brought. And this one is a bad one, so he's kind of regretting bringing it because now he has to play it. That's what that means, John. Chain of Command is a Chain of Command deck, yeah, I guess. He says no disrespect intended, bringing Saw. Oh, and his hand looks bad. He's got 2 armor, 2 armories, and no upgrades. Vika's hand, let's see, he's still putting stuff back. That is, I mean, it's a lot of removal right now. The point is being eclectic and Chain of Command. But seriously, base Saw is better. Yeah, I'm not sure like why you bring Janna. Like, can you bring Chain of Command with Janna? No, it's a weapon, so you can't just play Chain of Command. But I guess like the point would be like playing Chain of Command on Saw anyway. So I guess you just get to bring like a LRB, something valuable. Yeah, Chain would be hilarious with Saw. Unfortunately, did not draw it, so we might not see that this game. And Vika, no upgrades in his hand. Just a lot of burn cards, which I mean, a lot of burn cards, and a lot of removal. Double everybody profits. I mean, against Saw, like, I mean that does a lot. Maybe LRB with the armory to get started and hope to get Chain. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but he doesn't have any upgrades for armory. They both start with an upgrade. Yeah. All right. All right, here comes Janna. Double money, and the 2 on the light repeating blaster, and going into Sun. All right, and rolls back into the +2. The only thing you can spend that money on is Power of the Tribe right now, which I mean isn't horrible, but I don't believe there are any focus sides in the deck, so Saw is just gonna have to roll good, and Kira's gonna charm him. And the saw ability is indirect, right? It's not direct. Yeah, it's indirect. The last time I think I saw Saw played was I think it was actually in an Invitational like a year or two ago. And I think it was against Vika. I can't remember who brought it. It was, I don't think they play anymore. But someone brought like Saw. What was the good Saw deck back then? I can't remember what it was, but it was like with an instigate. And I think he ended up like winning the game off an instigate, but then losing the match. Oh. So it does retakes the, yeah. Okay. Sawwax. Maybe it was Sawwax. That was a thing for a while, wasn't it? Yeah. Here comes Sun. I mean, that's sort of middle of the road roll. Just playing in Armory. Okay. I wouldn't do that. I would probably just take the money, then threaten power the tribe. Is Vika going to discard this? Everybody profits. Yep. So the double everybody profits turn 1 dream is dead. It was probably not even that good of a play anyway. So whatever. Gets back into a 2 and then into a 4. So now he's got what, 6 indirect, plus 3 direct from Kira, plus 1 direct from the Taro, and Gameslayer now rerolls 3 damage and a resource. And Smash is going to wreck that. Smash is one of the highest value cards in the game when it goes off. Just 1 die for 1 card for 2 dice, and you get to resolve a die at the same time. Can be hard to set up, and it can be played around if you're expecting it. And there's the second armory. Keep in mind they don't stack, so you actually have to draw 2 upgrades to be able to use both of them. There's everybody profits. Taking 3. Agenda pushing 1 more into Kira. He's worried about the money stealing from the Jawa. There's 1 into Janna. I guess you do damage Janna to play around China Command. Yeah, and there we go. That would have been the steal from the Jawa. And Janna is 2 away from dead. And Saw took 4. This is not looking good for Gameslayer. And Vika gets the Ataru. Standard issue. Into Contraband Seizure. I don't believe Vika has enough money to get the third die and sun this turn, but I mean the entire hit in the board is going to be a big impact. But it might not even do that because you might want to spend money on removing Saw's dice. Here comes Kira. Blank and the 2-for-1. Which can get, I mean, that's lethal on Janna. Although she's going to take the shield to prevent that. Kind of surprised Vika didn't put the charm on Janna. Is Saw a trooper? I believe he is. He is. So that riot shield would stop 3. Yeah, had Vika put the charm on Janna, she would have been threatened with death. I mean, Gameslayer could have played like a first aid or a riot shield to prevent it, but he would have at least been threatening it. Alright, here comes the sun. Da 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 da. It's alright. And his guitar special, but nothing on Sun's Eyes. Power of the Tribe here is going to be impactful. And if Janet can survive this round, that is huge. And there's actually a decent probability that she does. Alright, there's a reroll, 3 indirect, and the 1 discard. Takes 1 resource on there. That, yeah. So I think that pretty much guarantees that Janna makes it another round. Here's the first aid. Goes for a discard first before activating Saw. There's 4 damage. Needs 7 to kill Kira. 12 to kill Sun. I think we're gonna see Kira power action. That's another damage. Gameslayer has 6 combined health left. Soon to be 4 after the Saw activation. It's not looking good, folks. Oof. The blank. And sanction is just gonna make that Saw roll out irrelevant. The red shield, he's greeting. He's got 4 there. I mean, the greed pays off. Discard hits the first aid. 4 into Kira. And Vika is going to get the claim. Let's see what this Jawa says. The Jawa is going to be a resource. Reroll onto the Janna and whiffs. Alright. Moving into 1 round. Probably the last one. Vika just needs to do 4 damage, which will be easy enough. And there's finally the chain of command. The Beskar Hammer. That's actually an interesting one. And 4 damage. That's lethal. I don't think there's anything really to be done about that. I guess you could try to. Well, you could strike something. Yeah. No chemical strike from Vika. That is another card that could win. But I think Gameslayer has a couple answers to things, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, actually, Rebel Alliance. That could be 2 heal. Alright, going for the Jaina rollout. If anything she rolls matters, she dies. I think she just dies anyway, actually. Yep. Alright, and Vika with the equalizer. We are going into game 3. Two men enter, 1 man will leave. That is the Mortis Invitational. Gameslayer says he would have been better off never rolling Saw in this game. Yeah. And Gameslayer's trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna play Ray again. You should bring Saw again. Gameslayer says he had to try. I think that's all 10 decks right at this point. Let's see. How accurate is that? Never rolling Saws. Yeah. Let's see. Has Gameslayer played everything that he brought? I'm not sure he's played the Slice Noodles deck, but that's banned. I think he's brought everything else, yeah. No, yeah. No, he hasn't played the side deck, but it's banned, so. Not coming out in this one. I'm kind of expecting him to go to the Pyre DWM deck. Looks like they both have a list out. Oh, Vika's going to the bathroom. Alright, and Vika brought Kira-san again. And Gameslayer brought Tarkin Talzin. Okay. That actually makes sense, yeah. He's gone back to that one a few times also. Alright, Tarkin Talzin versus Kira-san. Both these players are very confident on these decks. They've played them a lot. Gameslayer last format said that Tarkin Talzin was the best deck in the format. He was wrong, but he might be right this time. One way to find out. Alright, Vika's back. And it's the same Kira-san deck again. I think, oh, this must have been. Let's see, they're saying it was a repeat for the previous time. Yeah, this must have been. I don't have a great memory, but this must have been what they played in their last match. Ooh, yeah, he drew a bunch of expensive cards turn one. That is the big problem with this Target Talon deck, I think, is that it runs a bunch of expensive upgrades. And sometimes you just draw them and can't play them. All right, and Vika gets 4 cents Valor. Yeah, so the dream with this deck is that you get like Valor and Absorb Energy, and then I think you can usually get the 3 dice on turn 1. I think he's gonna have to settle for 3 dice on turn 2. It looks like Gameslayer kept Emperor, but doesn't look like he has a way to play it. Magical Ichor is interesting. Let me look something up. Kira comes in, puts the charm on Talzin. Interesting. I think usually Tarkin is the target on this deck. But I guess with 2 shields on him, Talzin is looking more attractive. Yeah. So this was the matchup that sent Vika to the losers bracket. Gameslayer obviously won that one with Tarkin Talzin. We'll see if Vika can change the outcome this time. It looks like I think he's probably is going to go for Sanction or Valor. He's going for Sanction. Interesting. I kind of expected him to go for Valor to try and slow down the sun, but especially because he only has 1 resource here. But I guess like makes sense. And it looks like he's not playing Valor yet. And Sun gets a resource and a 4. Those are both really good rolls. What happened to the Emperor? Did the Emperor get discarded by Kira? Oh yeah, I think it must. Yeah, he doubted the Kira die, and it must have hit discard and discarded the Emperor. Let's see. Oh, I guess like another reason why he might go for Sanction is because he has the Ichor, so now he can Ichor the Sanction. That would make sense. And it looks like he's going to go for that play. It's not that bad. Kira's discard can lock in whatever Gameslayer rolls if Vika wants to do that. Or he can try and pursue something more offensive with the Kira die. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the sanction there makes sense. He didn't really have anything else to spend his money on. And Vika drops the in the chat. Who does damage to himself? Does Kira work that way? Yes, it does work that way. Target rolls in 3 in resource. That's really good. Charm offensive can hit one of those. Trick cannot hit either of them right now. And the Talisman power action can actually hit both of them. Yeah, it goes for that. That would have been a big play if Gameslayer had been able to get that off. If it had gone resource and then I am no Jedi for resources. That's one of the deck's big ramp plays turn 1. I think I'm not sure you knew about the I am no Jedi. Yeah. Not Gameslayer, they're just talking about how much it sucks that he got rid of the I am no Jedi. Ooh, does the 3 without Talismaning it. Oh, that makes sense, I guess, because you want to, I guess it doesn't really matter which die you Talisman. You know the hand, so you know, or actually, no, I don't know. That's, I guess if you really want to Talisman the Talisman die, it makes sense to do that. The other reason would be like you would want to get damage onto Talisman so you could activate her and heal it. And there we go, Talismaning the target die. I mean, it's a bit risky with the charm offensive in play. That could potentially deny you a Talisman. But does the resource rolls back into resource? Now I think he's considering COing the resource, and he does. Not sure again why I didn't do that earlier. There we go. There's a 4 cents. Just gonna remove the 3. Yeah. So yeah, if Vika had charm offensive, the resource earlier, he would have denied the resource and like the Talisman power action at all. So I mean, it's 1 resource, but 1 resource on turn 1 matters a lot. It's the difference between like Gameslayer possibly not being able to make a play and possibly like being able to play an upgrade for real. Oh, and he gets Rise again into Emperor if he wants it, or just he can like Enrage Blue Milk into Rise again, or he can just play one of those and then play General. The Rise again wouldn't be healing anything, so it'd be like you'd want to like sort of wait and do it on the back end if possible. And Vika gets down the Valor, which is gonna get his 3rd resource on Sun, which is gonna get the 3rd die. And Tarkin. Lots of cards that could be gotten rid of here. But let's see. I can see him going for like, oh, he goes for the sanction and the headstrong. Okay, so that is a very offensive move by Gameslayer, because it means I'm not playing the sanction, which means he doesn't have any other removal. Obviously, like Vika doesn't know that, but Gameslayer knows it. He is going all in on playing an upgrade, which I think is probably the right play, but now he basically wants to dirtle so he can set up a Rise again. Because Rise again into Emperor would be a big, huge play. Doesn't roll anything that he can Talisman. Let's see. He knows that Vika's only removal is trick. So there's like, ooh, okay, he's just resolving the 2 indirect. Interesting. Not what I expected. Might be correct though. I kind of expected him to focus into something that he could Talisman, and Talisman it just because that gives him more actions to Dirtle. Vika has sort of been unclear about who his target is. And he might be expecting the rise again, so... But yeah, no. Gameslayer has 2 Dirtle actions right now. And that's play Enrage, play Blue Milk. And Vika has a lot of things he can do in between then. This discard here could also be big. Doing 4. Puts it... Is he going to put it all into Talisman? That would be very greedy if he did. Okay. He does put one of it into Tarkin. Oh, he goes for the general. Okay, he's saving the rise again. I guess with the discard on board, that makes sense. Because it's... Wait, actually, are there 2 discards on board? Yeah, there are. So it actually totally makes sense why I do that now, instead of going for the rise again. And is that a play or discard on Everybody Profits? It looks like it's a discard. I think the better discard probably would be Contentious, but Vika do Vika. And there's the Force Sense. Wow, that is actually just, that's a Vika roll. That's just straight up a Vika roll. And whatever the best die is just going to get Force Sensed. Double heals though from Talisman. Directions the Palace. Yeah, I mean, Vika doesn't really, or sorry, Gameslayer doesn't really have an out to the Force Sense. He just has to suffer what he must. Goes for that extra resource. Rolls into the 2. Spends the target power, or the Talisman power action though. Which could be impactful later. Alright, Vika going for a reroll here. Just on those 2. Hit some damage. This Kira-san deck is just, I mean, it's damage value. You have a lot of things that can do a lot of good stuff. Gameslayer now basically is trying to figure out if he should like how he should play around the Force Sense to try and give it the least value possible. And I don't think there's a way to like do it without making subpar plays. We was actually going for a reroll. Okay, I guess that. Okay, get there. And that's somehow worse than it was before. Gameslayer's gotta hope for this Rise Again next round. Because I mean, Rise Again in the Emperor is basically like the best play this deck can do. Because it's an 8 health swing, and then you have an Emperor, and you can talisman your dice on the character that is Emperor, to just get even more value from the Emperor. It's hard to pull off. Just doing the 2. Sorry about that. Not sure why he didn't general for resources on the target focus, or at least uses 2 reroll and try and 4 cents. Yeah, that makes sense. That could have been a good play. Yeah, I mean, you want to get, or he's actually at 3 resources now. So, sorry, I had to look away for a second, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. Did he? Looks like. There's a discard. Vika's gonna be able to do 3 direct plus 6 indirect plus 1 move plus whatever he wants out of Valor. This fuck's gonna be nothing. Alright. Gameslayer is gonna get to pull off this Rise Again, though. So Vika might look like he's ahead. Gameslayer can come back anytime he wants. There's 6 indirects. Yep, there's 6. Oh, I guess I miscounted. I guess that was 5. Talisman at 10? Target on 4, 7 on left. Everybody profits. Smash. Balance the force. What's the scale for balance the force? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 4. The balance the force is currently in Vika's. Is currently online for Vika. There we go. There's the Rise Again. Boom. Oh, did he forget? Oh, he forgot his Kirapia. She discards it. Yeah, yes, that makes sense. That makes sense why you didn't go for it last round. Because of the extreme sides. Let's put Vika out. Okay. There we go. So now Talzin going from 2 health left to 2 damage sustained. And she could go back to close to full health if she rolls 2 odds on the rollout. Alright. Considering playing an absorb energy here. Not electing not to. Keeps all of his removal and everybody profits online. And that is a middle of the road roll. Ooh, showing the hand. Unfortunately, no ones in Gameslayer's hand, so he can't get rid of the Balance the Force or the Smash, which are pretty much the 2 main cards he doesn't want to. Slayer doesn't have a 1. Yeah, for the target PA. Yep. Yeah, you can get rid of everybody profits, but those removals are staying. Although he does have the crucial intel online, which with a good enough roll can knock out Kira. Alright, going for the reroll, and there we go. Smash I guess already was online because of the Force Sense, but no, there's 2 dice that are enabling it. That is a Vika roll. Double 2s. It could be better, but whatever. There's a discard. That discard actually could be a value if he hits one of the removal cards. Let's see, how much damage is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 right now? Plus 1 on board from the Kira PA, that's 13. Like, how much health does Gameslayer have in total? He's got 7, 14. He's got 17 plus whatever he can heal from Talzin. This indirect is starting to add up. He's contemplating the crucial intel. He would need to roll really well for it to be worth it, though. But it might just be worth it anyway. It might also be worth going for this target discard. See if we can hit Smash or Balance the Force. Or yeah, I guess doing that also works. Dirtle gets shields. That's solid. Alright, Vika just dropped a in the chat. He's thinking. He do be thinking. He's the thinker. I mean, he basically just wants to dirtle right now until like he can get value from his removal. There's not really point in him doing much of anything. So it's like maybe like Power Action and Kira might be a good dirtle here. Who actually is going for the Sun too. Interesting. That, I mean, that kind of makes sense. That's an acceptable dirtle, I think. Oh, it goes for the second one also. He's got to keep the 4 open though, right? I guess, actually, I'm not sure how much zero cost removal Gameslayer runs. So it kind of, I think it's kind of fine to resolve the 4. Keeps it though. Alright. Taking shields onto Towson. See, target needs 6. With the Valor, I mean, yeah, if I can go toward lethal and target really quick with the Valor. Gamester is eyeing the blue milk. He doesn't get a ton from it, but he also doesn't lose a ton from it. You gotta seriously consider that discard. Either of those removal cards would mess you up. It's a 66% chance to get them. Slayer needs to reroll target to get better sides, threaten a general, enforce removal on target, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think rerolling target would also make sense, yeah. It goes for the blue milk. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's the best use of that card. I think that card probably would have been better suited as a reroll. Either now or later. But yeah, I mean, any like high value side on Tarkin, could become like a general for discard. And like there's nothing that one resource turns on. I guess you get general money for command. Yeah, actually no, that actually makes sense. That actually is a solid play. General for money so we can command. I mean, you really do want to keep your general online, but I mean that is a play that you can make. No, he's not going for it though. I guess like I don't know what he's gonna. Oh, and he hits the one card that you didn't want to hit. Rough. But yeah, like that one resource isn't turning anything on unless you have another resource. So yeah, it's kind of rough. Yeah, no, I think Gameslayer's not played this right. Committed to. All right, and there's crucial intel. We'll see if Gameslayer can roll the nuts. That's not nutty enough. Yeah, no, that's No. He's gonna get 2 indirect, and then Smash is just gonna eat 2 of his dice. And Vika is growing ever closer to advancing to the losers finals. Balance the force. He's gonna hit the 2, get 2 shields. Whatever he focuses to is just gonna get smashed. Gameslayer just realizes he's an idiot. Should have used the 2 on a discard there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No. He should have generaled for 2 discard. Yeah, that would have done it. I think I win off that. I don't think you win off that, do you? I mean, you at least get pretty close. General definitely. Yeah, general is one of those cards that just makes the lines so much more complicated. Yep. GameStar says, I thought so hard about this turn and then messed up in the ending. Yep. But yeah, let's see. Let's try and think of like what would have happened if he generaled like the 2 shield there for a discard. So we've done 2 indirect. He did end up getting to play the command there in the end. Yeah, see, so there's that resource that he spent on Blue Milk, or he got from Blue Milk. He didn't use it for anything. But yeah, then he would have been able to have like, yeah, no, we'll move on. You can watch it back and try and do the math and figure out exactly how much better off Gameslayer would have been if he had general through discard there, but Tarkin had gotten me anything except blanks and discards, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's Vika's curious. This deck is going exactly like Vika, like a Vika deck. You play like cards that do a lot of damage, and you play like removal that. Yeah, should have reeled Tarkin earlier. Yeah. There's so many places he could have done better here. And Chem Strike. Tarkin is gonna sleep with the fishes. Command is now only 1 die. I am no Jedi. That's any red die, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's red character dice only. Sanction is gonna remove the Talisman dice. And yeah, no, this is we're basically at the end of this game's life cycle. There's 3 indirect from general. Trick can get rid of the 3. Is that 2 or 3 focus? That's the 3 focus. So the Trick would actually just get rid of the 3 focus, but I mean, no. Three and 2 resources. His big mistake was bringing out Jana Saw. Yeah, true. Crick is gonna remove the 2 resource. There's 2 discard. I guess I could get him to another round, maybe. Oh, sorry. We'll see if he takes the discard. Games are saying, yeah, I really threw this game. Dang, imagine doing no damage. We've got General and Emperor on board. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you need access to your character dice, and Sanction just takes that offline. And now Vika just needs to find 5 through Command and Doubt. Now he needs 3 more. There's a discard. Now he just has to find 3 damage through Doubt. Sun rollout. If more than one of these dice hit, it's game. And ooh, only one of them did. Gameslayer's a chance. And it doesn't hit. And Vika taking down the loser semifinals. Coming back from being down 1 game to win the series. He advances to the losers bracket finals against Malicious Malak, which is also a rematch. Or no, I don't think it is actually. Wait, no, I don't think Vika and Malak have played. Gameslayer and Malak have played, and Malak won that. Believe. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll have more coverage of this tournament as it comes to a close. Only 2 more matches left. That's crazy. This tournament's been going on for so long. Man, Vika has fought his way all the way through the losers bracket. He might get a chance to challenge for the title. What should the title be? Should you get to become the father if you win this tournament? Yeah, I think that works. Because in canon, the father died, right? Yeah. So the winner of this tournament will officially be crowned the father. Not of, Delphist or anything. Vika already has that one. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys later. Destiny Jr. out.